My name is Sarah Mariano, and I am the celebrity stretch therapist. I created a proprietary stretching system called the Performance Stretch System, and I certify fitness and wellness pros who are looking to add value to their clientele. Now, today I want to talk about dreaming bigger than you already are. So I'd love to talk to you about reaching one of my dreams, which was meeting one of my heroes, one Will Smith. Now, before we get into that, I got to give you some background. Okay, so growing up in Toronto, Canada, as a young Filipina Canadian, I rarely saw representation like myself working with the greats, the famous. And I didn't think I would ever get to that level, but I thought maybe one day I can show them what I'm made of, and maybe it's enough to make a difference. And I grew up in an Asian household. So if you don't know much about Asian cultures, we learn to keep our head down, stay quiet, work real hard, and not draw any attention to ourselves because we could get in trouble. So I love my mom, but I mimicked a lot of her behaviors, and she taught me how to love unconditionally. But she also dimmed her light in order for others to shine. And in some ways, I behaved this way. And I thought, hey, maybe I will show them what I'm made of, but not too much to ruffle any feathers. Maybe I will, turn their heads a little bit, but not enough that it would make my parents disapprove of me. So I set out to dream medium. And what I did was network really quietly and gently put myself out there through social media. And it actually caught the eyes of some of the greats. And it caught the eye of one Will Smith. So let me tell you about Will Smith. He was a hero of mine growing up. I watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Me and my cousins and my siblings would gather around the TV and record it on VHS and watch it a million times over. He was the guy that saved planet Earth from aliens in Independence Day. He's the guy that invented a dance, staring at your partner, that we still do today. Right? So you can imagine what a big deal this was for me to stretch Will Smith. This was mind-blowing to me. To imagine meeting one of your heroes and getting to do what you do for them. This was my chance to make a difference. And so I meet Will Smith, and before the stretch starts, he tells me about some low back pain and knee pain that he's been experiencing. And I get him to do a couple of squats because that's where he felt it the most. And during the session, I spend 2 hours alone with him, okay? That's a lot of time that you get to be in the presence of excellence. And I stretched him silently, let him relax and recover. And then after, I wake him up gently. Mr. Smith, your session's complete. And he groggily says, oh, cool. And I say, would you like to stand up and do a squat and we can see how you feel? And he's like, all right. And he gets up real quick, stunned, and he says, yo, this morning I felt that. I don't feel anything now. And I'm like, awesome. Let's do a squat and see how you feel. He does a squat without any aid. And he says, and he gets deeper, and he says, whoa, I don't feel my back pain, and my knee feels less painful. We high five, we do the bro hug, and he asked me a couple of questions just to get to know me. And then after the session, he gives me a great big hug and says in my ear, You are fantastic at what you do. Don't stop. Keep going. And I know my time's up, so I want you guys to put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and let me be the voice in your ear, because I can't deliver Will Smith. You are fantastic at what you do. Don't stop. Keep going. Thank you.